kills in the team fights, you can still look to open it up different. Trex, here we go.
This is it. Match point for BTK. They're looking for revenge against Outplay. They want to try to make it to the finals, but Ackerman wanted just as much. Who will be the unstoppable force here? Can Ackerman prevail, or will BTK keep them at home?
That is the question that needs to be answered, Trex, and I can't wait for it either way. This is going to be a great story. Either Ackerman matches this up, right, evens this up for one more sweet game, or BTK shows us how to come back from a shows us how to come back being down 4-0 basically and win back to back to back to back, baby. That's some good esports gaming right there, and it's all possible in between both of these teams.
Honestly, when you have two teams like this who have such an equal standing, I feel like, in skill and strategies and all of it, it's like just who wants it more, right? Like, who's gonna dig deep this game? Who's gonna be able to pull everything they got out and try to get the win here? Now, let's talk about early game. Let's talk about mid game. Who do you think has the advantages throughout this?
I mean, you're talking about early game, I automatically look towards the side of Ackerman. You have the Fanny, you also have the Brody. Fanny's going to look to go for those early kills, look for those rotations to the side lane. Might even just ignore that first turtle, especially since you have high and dry. Go for the solo laner that's potentially going to be in the gold lane, right, on that weak side of the map at the moment. Then you have Brody. You want to get him out of the lane. If you can open up the towers, you get Zia moving on to Brody. He has the early game spike, just like the Beatrix. Ooh, look at Kush. Wait.
Oh, Kush in the best spot! Pulled under the tower, through the wall. He thought he laid a booby trap, but he's going to get whacked. It's a bad start for Ackerman.
What was that? That is so unusual of Kush to make such a mistake to fall like that. But if you're BTK, you're not complaining.
Definitely not complaining. I mean, I thought he could just get the kill in time, but wait, MoBAZANE gonna be able to take this turtle. Galaxy into the backside. T is here to help out, though, taking a couple shots. Galaxy now getting locked up from that bouncy ball. Force flicker pulled back in. Nicolette gonna pull out a Black Dragon of her own. Ready to attack there. BTK takes the first neutral objective, though.
I'm still just so lost on that, man. That death to Kush, it looked good, and then just like that, it turned into a negative for them. It happened faster than a knife fight in a phone booth there, Trex. That was just completely upside down in a matter of seconds. You don't normally see Fanny struggle to execute the kill early on, and you definitely don't see Fanny take the death early on either. That's not a plus for Ackerman right now.
Yeah, that is definitely a rough start. And we were talking about confidence earlier for Yato. If you need a confidence boost, that'll give you one right there. You're feeling yourself after getting a kill on a Fanny in the first 2 minutes, especially when he tries to trap you. Wait a second, Joybosh bad shot, trying to use the flicker. Zia doing a nice amount of damage. Torn apart memories, gets the finish. Zia gonna pick up that kill.
That's good right there, evening up the kill board to keep the gold lead close, right? BTK has the advantage, but it's not too far up. I'm wondering who's able to pick that up. Both of them went for the red tree. I believe MoBAZANE was able to win that, if I'm not mistaken.
Most definitely. I think he was. I wasn't able to quite catch him. He's got an orange, he's got a blue, so either way, he's looking good right now. Nicolette clearing the waves, and this time Yato and Joybosh are moving around together a bit more, and Nicolette is the one that's kind of stuck on the mid side.
Okay, bit of an engage here though, Trex, but it's not going to lead to much. It's going to be a bit of a cold war. We got Turtle up in less than 30 seconds. Now we're on the gold lane side of things. ISO versus Zia. Both of the marksmen, though, aren't going to have that Blade of Despair. So it's going to be kind of that double Legion Fury hammer. So we're not really going to have that idle spike like we saw last time. There it is. Yeah, we're getting exactly that in between both of the marksmen. Actually, though, ISO opted in not to go for the double Legion. He went for the Anti-Cuirass, which is a great itemization choice up against Zia, who's going to be looking to find the kills with the Corrosive Strike, Torn Apart Memory, Wombo combo, and now reducing that damage. That's going to be a big help for him.
And he also picks up the mallet, which is like a nice cheap item to get a little bit of damage, a little bit of penetration. But wait a second, Points comes in very low. No one's able to get the finish. Kush into the backside. Cold Altar comes out. Silence on Yato. Kush not able to get the finish. ISO now chase him down. Here comes T as well. MoBAZANE able to take that. Petrify comes in, and T picks up Kush. That's 2 deaths onto the Fanny already. Galaxy trying to salvage something. Bravest Spider look for T. Able to get the finish. A big KO on the map. But still, BTK feeling like they're coming out on top here.
Gonna try, and they are on top right now. They're up 1,000 gold, finding a huge kill on Kush. Kush has found 2 deaths in this match. You were talking about win conditions. You asked about what they need to do. I said Kush has to jump out, right? He needs to find those kills, maybe focus that weak side of the map. But instead, Kush happens to be getting focused. The hunter has became the hunted. He is struggling right now. Unusual, but this is fortunate for the side of BTK. You already have one factor that has been limited, and some of it has been Kush's own doing. We saw him charging for the fight up against MobaZane early on. Was it necessary? Absolutely not. You can take that as a minus from the side of Kush. Even when he charged for Paramus, I talked about at the start, that second chance at life, he's going to have to spin the block a couple times. He wasted all his energy, but speaking of wasting things.
Tyrant's Rage, Toying's in the bad spot. Nicola able to steal that Cold Ultra, use it for team here. MobaZane going to come in, able to take the purple buff away from Kush. Kush in a very bad spot at this point. Appraisal's Wrath comes down. MobaZane will be able to get away from this, but Joybaj into the backside gets knocked up on a Nicolette. Able to buy some more time. T here as well. Zia will finally fall, and T brings out the Black Dragon. Let's get it rolling. We're ready to fight. BTK moving on to the tier 3 in the mid side. Toinks and Galaxy trying to defend. They're going to be able to take this here. ISO gets the final hit. Kush bringing the cables back up, but doesn't want to engage.
And, you know, if I was him, I wouldn't either. Like we said, he's struggling so far. He's behind. He doesn't have the lead. He doesn't have the advantage. He's down 2 levels to MobaZane on the Fredrin. The block of cylinders, for whatever reason. Look at this.
I think that's it, guys. That is rough. And that is like, you know, you said it was a win condition. I said it was going to be really hard to get kills unless you got them in the laning phase because of the Cold Ultra. We've seen it a few times now. He's not able to get those final hits. He's also walking right into the Petrify from T every single time. Zia looking for T, but he's not going to find him today. No torn apart memories. No finish for him. Instead, he gets finished. Now MobaZane going to be as aggressive as ever. No bust for Kush as well.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, they're reducing Kush to just nothing. He's about as worthless as gum on the bottom of a boot at this point. A Fanny that's 0-3 is a Fanny that's not for me. 5-2, down 4K gold from the side of BTK. Things are looking grim for Ackerman. They need to try to fix things, and I'm not sure if they can with Kush at the helm with the Fanny. Without that purple, without those kills, you're literally down a member.
Oh, Toink's gonna get shattered down. Kush still cannot engage. And you mentioned Kush not being able to do anything. Who else? Zia, sitting at 1-2-1 right now, and on a Brody that is not where you want to be at. Honestly, your only option, again, is to try to get early game. So the saving grace for Ackerman is what right now, Deku?
It's gonna take a lot. I mean, this is the hard part. Nicolette, but Nicolette's on the Valentine of this game.
Yeah, but
it's
still,
not
she's
something
the only
like
one
the Farsa.
deathless.
She is deathless, but Kush is not, and we've talked about this. It takes 2 to tango for the side of Ackerman. Kush ain't doing his part. I don't think Nicolette's going to be able to do enough to do hers and his part. Look at this Kush again in trouble.
Yeah, Kush trying to farm and can't even do that. Walks into the tower nub. Able to just get away there. Tito on the advance, looking for Zia next. Points is the possible target. Gets the wild charge. Yato here though as well. Colette stole the Black Dragon. Not going to be too helpful here. Maybe a nice escape mechanism, but now still Ackerman against the wall.
Against the wall in more ways than one, because Kush hasn't been able to latch onto many the way BTK has been rotating. And you know, you were talking about, right, Brody not having a great time either. Zia, it's the unfortunate case, right? The jungler needs the early to mid-game attention, and so does Zia. And if Kush couldn't find it as a jungler, obviously the gold lane's going to struggle. So now they're both kind of in this bottomless pit of what do we do? What do we do? We don't have our power spike. We're no match, and the opponents we're facing are scaling for the late, and they're already ahead of us under 10 minutes in the game.
And it's not just a small lead, it's 5K, 9 minutes in. Lord is up. I don't think Kush is going to be able to make any slide moves. He's going to try to do a little bit of split push in here. Maybe something, but T is always on him, like white on rice.
Definitely on it. Kush finds a tower, and that's really the peak of his highlight reel so far in this series. But he's going to be in trouble again. It's like he's in trouble. Look at T. Look at T.
He's walking right into T, not able to get it. Tries to get the Petrify, wasn't able to, but it doesn't matter. Zane takes the Lord. At that point, they're fishing for fun down there. That's not even like a big deal. They got MobaZane taking the Lord, and they're just enjoying themselves. Cat and mouse at this point.
literally not necessary, but it's like you said, it's the entertainment value now. It's just for fun. Zane's able to do his job comfortably. Even if Kush made it to like a site, right? He's down 4 levels. What's he gonna do? Win the retry battle up against MOBAZANE right now, down 4 levels? I don't think so. They're just, this is a side quest right now. These are extracurricular activities at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they just got to play extremely defensive. If we want to talk about any win conditions for Ackerman, it's pure defense. Try to last us out about 10 minutes, I would say. Maybe get Nicolette online. I will say if Fanny could start doing some damage still, maybe get some pickoffs, but it's not going to be easy, and the odds are definitely stacked against them.
He almost got soloed by MobaZane on the Fredgen right there, narrowly escaping. I don't know. I just don't think there's anything Kush can offer, even like as far as split pushing. The team is in so much of a deficit, they can't really stall out like a 4v5 or 4v5 and even give him the opportunity to try to go clear out these waves. He can't be a killer right now, and he can't even be a cursed helmet at this point.
There's definitely not a whole lot he can do. BTK taking their time with it, though. They're not going to make any mistakes like they have in this night so far. They know they have a huge advantage. They don't need to rush it, like you said. They have late game possibilities. They have sustainability. They have all the answers right now. All they got to do is wait for this next Lord and just keep on slowly moving forward.
You know, speaking of slowly moving forward, it's been a crawl for BTK. We've been talking about Ackerman a lot this match, but honestly, man, BTK over the weeks, time and time again, the doubt was there, but the perseverance unmatched. The confidence was unwavering for them. They started out this series on a lose streak, right? 3 games in a row, and to come down here into the lower bracket, performing the way they are, hungry for that trip to Vegas to go face Outplay again after losing to them earlier, just speaks volumes about this team, man. Weekend in and out. It's just upwards progression of improvement.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us were worried about the tilt factor, right? We were all worried that BTK was going to come down to the lower bracket after taking a 3-0 sweep and just possibly get decimated by Ackerman. They even lose game 1 against Ackerman. At that point, all you guys, everyone who voted for Ackerman, they're licking their chops, man. They're like, oh yeah, this is it. This is easy money right here. BTK comes back, takes game 2. BTK comes back, does what exactly they needed to do, taking 2 games in a row, and now we're sitting at match point. BTK sitting with a 10,000 gold lead. They're just a few minutes away if they can get this win from going and getting their revenge match up against Outplay in Vegas.
And I think it's almost a done deal here. I mean, 10K deficit is hard for any team to overcome, but up against BTK at that, almost insurmountable to have to deal with. It just at this point, man, what can you do? There's no clear win condition for Ackerman. They don't have the late game. They don't have the space on the map to even go for the split push. I mean, you see T trying, or not T, but Kush trying, but they're nowhere close to sniffing those towers to be able to take him down. Even the mid tower is still up for BTK. You're not even forcing any type of map pressure to them. They're okay with losing those outer turrets. You can't crack the mid. Everything's okay for the side of BTK. This looks like a final parade here for the side of BTK.
I mean, but let's take it back to the draft. Would we still say that Fanny pick was just the pick? Or I mean, I guess it still could have worked, but again, it was that initial mistake, and once again, it comes down to mistakes in this game, taking that first death against Yato. But here's BTK. They have arrived at your front door. Knock, knock. Guess who? MOBAZANE, Yato, Joybaj, ISO, T trying to get the finish here. They take down another one. Lord still up. Zia on the, oh my god, what was that damage? Zia back to base. Out it comes. ISO locked on. BTK looking for the finish, and Ackerman will not be going to Vegas. BTK dropped down to the lower bracket looking for some redemption. Trying to get the dub. They will be our second grand.